And these were the extreme plays of the day. A very tight match, unbelievable. Two incredible teams, 34 goals on one side, 31 on the other. By the end, Las Monjitas took advantage of that difference in the handicap, winning by only one goal, turning the game around in the last 2 minutes of the last chukker.
Look at this next shot. Ooh, that was a beautiful shot. The quality of this game was so unbelievable. What do you think, Carolina?
Yeah, it was such a great game. And the player of the match, MVP Sapo Caset, 10 goals of handicap, and he scored 8 goals today to take his team Las Monjitas to the final of the XPL.
Yeah, I think he was the extreme player of the day. He was so light, so fast. He was such a great player today. He's a 10-goaler. He's one of the best players in the world, one of the 9 best players in the world.
Yeah, and it was unbelievable. I mean, the match was so tight. Always La Albertina, they began with 3 goals of a difference, and then it was 1 goal on each side until the very end. The score was very tight, and Las Monjitas were watching a lot of fouls committed, a lot of pressure, a lot of arguments with the umpire. It was a spicy match. The pressure was on, and it was a beautiful sports spectacle.
Of course, when we saw in the stats that La Albertina had 51% possession, they had slightly higher than Las Monjitas, but in the end Las Monjitas were able to take the win. I think the thing with La Albertina was that they didn't take all their chances. You know, they had a lot of penalties in favor, and they weren't able to score those goals, and I think that ultimately cost them the match.
Yeah, I think that they always, you know, in this kind of game, you always make mistakes, but this time those mistakes were very expensive for the Albertina team.
Yeah, so we have La Albertina, Abu Dhabi, La Ensenada, and what was the other team? That
La Pegasus.
And La Pegasus with the Aguerres, who the first guy to score the double pointer of the tournament. Unfortunately, those 3 teams are out. They'll be back for the following seasons of the XPL.
Yes, and now Las Monjitas. Oh, look, Capella had a great game. He tried to get some of the double pointers. He didn't make it 100%.
Capella cracked a couple of balls. Capella can hit the ball like a monster. He's such a player.
And there we can see Tommy Panelo on the screen, one of the youngest players of the XPL.
Oh.
He's 19 years old. He has just improved tremendously over the last couple of years, and you know, he definitely is a player to watch. This is a great thing about the Extreme Polo League. You know, we can see rising stars playing alongside 10 goalers. It just really is a privilege to watch this.
I think that Tommy Panelo should deserve a prize as well. He's a very, very, very fine player.
Yeah, and it's really nice to watch, Carolina, you were just mentioning, to see these young guns, very young players, playing against very experienced players like we're going to be watching this afternoon, Miguel Novizastrada, you know, 40-year-old players with more than 20 years of experience against these guys who are just beginning, but their blood is boiling.
Of course, and I think that word that you said is key, experience. Las Monjitas, I think they were able to win the game because of the experience. You know, Santito Galino, Hilario Joan, Guillermo Cassette have been playing together for many years, and that showed today.
Thank you for joining us in our first presentation of the XPL tournament.